Hi. Hello, Nimisha. Hello.
Hello, hey Jamfi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good to see you.
Same here.
Great. Yeah, so is it I'm audible?
Yeah, audible. Yeah.
Oh, great. So ready to start?
Yes. Should we start?
Yeah, maybe you can give 2 minutes for more people to join,
Okay, yeah,
and then we can go ahead. Yes.
sure.
Yeah. So how have you been?
Doing great so far. What about you? How
That's wonderful.
are you doing?
I'm absolutely fine. Doing great. Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Great. Yeah.
I think it's already been 4 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll wait for 2 minutes more.
No problem. No problem.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty much raining over here. What about at your place?
It is the same. The only wish I have that the current shouldn't go off. That the only concern I have.
Yeah.
It has been raining from the afternoon, and I'm not sure whether it's going to continue in the same way or not.
Yeah. Like
Well, let's see what will happen.
exactly. During this season,
Definitely,
like
yeah.
there's power cuts here.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't happen today.
I wish so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people there are saying it is raining in their areas as well.
Yes. It's a good time to
Yeah. So
have.
mhm. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we can dive in.
Yeah, I think we can start.
Definitely.
Welcome to Fisa B Q&A live session. I am Janvi, your host for today, and let me introduce to you all Muntasia Mohamden, who is from Sudan and an MBA student at Krupanidhi School of Management, the former PR secretary of Zagwa Unity and former executive member who also served Fisa B as general secretary in 2019 and is now serving as president of Fisa B. Welcome, Muntasia.
Thank you so much, Janvi, for that wonderful introduction. I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to share our insights for our international students and make them also know about what we are doing currently.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's go
It's
ahead.
an opportunity for me to share this platform with you. Yeah.
Same here. Same here.
So, um, a lot of people has been asking me this question. So let me ask the concerned person itself. What is FISAB?
Okay, so I'm sure the same questions I have been asking a lot,
Yeah,
especially when I tell people that I'm the president of Fisa B. So the first question that they will ask you is, what is Fisa B?
exactly.
So first of all, Fisa B stands for the Federation of International Students Association in the city of Bangalore. And this organization is founded in the year 1996 under the leadership of Mr. J.W. Lobo, the senior regional ICCR director.
Yeah,
And the aim of this association, or this Federation of International Student Association, is to bring all the international students here in the city of Bangalore under one umbrella, where they can show their showcase their talents, their culture, their traditions. Also, they can exchange their ideas and the way of living. So that this Federation of International Students is extended. Before, it was only in the city of Bangalore,
okay.
but currently we have Fisa Mysore, we have Fisa Pune, we have Fisa Chennai, we have Fisa Hyderabad, Gujarat.
Yeah,
Also, we are working to make Fisa India, and we are currently working on that, where all the international students in India, that they can be under one umbrella under Fisa B. So that's the aim that we are having. The objective of this is to bring, as I said, international students together under one umbrella. Also, it is non-profit organization and also non-political organization as well. But we have supporting bodies, and FISAB is under the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Also, we have some other supporting bodies like ICCR, that is the Indian Council for Cultural Relations.
yeah,
Also, we have other supporting bodies like ISHUINCA, the International Student Hospitality Organization, and International and Karnataka Alliance. And also, we have as a supporting body like FBB, that is Friends Beyond Boundaries. So our aim is to, to make something that for international students, something unique to help them in terms of their academic and also in terms of their cultural activities.
okay,
So
okay.
that's all about Fizabi. And by the way, this year we'll be celebrating 25 years of existence.
Oh,
So it is our silver jubilee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's great. And like, how many countries do we have in FISAB at the moment?
Um, so Fizabi is the only platform that having the maximum number of international students here in Bangalore or also in the other city around the countries. So we used to have countries between 50 to 60 countries
Mm.
because it is very, sometimes some countries we may not have international students, but currently we have around 58 countries that exist in Fizabi. So we have countries like maybe Sudan, that is my country, Mauritius, and Chad, Nigeria. Then we have Sri Lanka, many other countries. So we have around 58 countries that is from all over the world.
Okay, okay. All together, like working as a family, helping each other here
That's
itself.
absolutely right.
Yeah,
Our environment, we have a family kind of atmosphere
yeah,
where, you'll see your brothers and sisters. It is just basically as one family.
yeah. Like I can see, like it's Fisabi is family far away from home.
Yes, absolutely right. We used to say that Fisa B has made us feel home always. That's what you used to do. And especially while you are leaving the platform, while you're going back to country or maybe, traveling somewhere, always you feel like you are leaving your family, you're leaving your people, and at the same time when other people leaving the country and leaving you here behind, you feel like you're part of your family that are leaving. But still, we used to be in touch with each other. We used to, even with the former members, with, previous regimes, always we used to be together, and then we used to share our ideas, insights. It doesn't matter that you serve and then you back. No, even though if you travel back to your country, it's still we consider you as part of family.
Yeah, that is something like we look forward as students, like we leave our family behind, and here like it's a different atmosphere, obviously, like all living together, forming another family here. And yeah,
True.
that's
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to my next question is actually like what do the members get from FISAB? Those who have been
Mhm.
appointed as
Um, mhm. Uh, so Fisa B, a lot of people while they are joining Fisa B, they might not understand, what is the purpose exactly. Most of them they just join and they might not know more information about Fisa B.
yeah,
Even for me, when I joined, I didn't have much information about what exactly I can get from Fisa B when I joined.
yeah,
Some people they might think that Fisa B give you salary or might give you money or give you something like that. They don't know because they think that it is kind of organization where
yeah.
you get paid. Uh, so what happens is in Fisa B when you join, there are a lot of things that you can get it where you will not be able to get it in other association and organizations, and even in terms of your academic, you might not get this kind of thing that you are getting here. So first of all, the main thing that you would be meeting with people from across the globe. Imagine you will be surrounded by people from more than 50 countries, where when you turn right, you will see someone from Sudan, from Mauritius, from Sri Lanka, from India, from other countries, and then left, you will see people like from Bhutan, Vietnam, and many other countries. So that's kind of connection that you build with people. It is impossible to find it anywhere. So the main thing is that the connection that you build with people. The second thing is that also you will be able to meet these high profile people because in our events, we used to have, dignitaries and they will be from different sectors. Like you can be able to meet with the governors and also with, Minister of Home Affairs and many other dignitaries that used to attend our events like ambassadors and, high commissioners. All these dignitaries, they used to be in our events where you will be able to meet with them. And that is a great opportunity for FISAB members. Apart from that, also, we used to organize like especially sometimes workshop and seminars for our members. Also, they
Yeah.
used to get certificates and that they
Oh,
will not get it anywhere. And
yeah.
then at the end of the regime, you will be having certificates as well that will be signed by ICCR director, the director of Indian Council, Cultural Relation, Government of India. You used to get that type of certificate. Apart from that, also you can get, semi or maybe fully paid trip from FISAB at the end of the regime. Or you used to go to different places like to Goa, to Dandili, to many other places, UDP, and many places that we used to visit and spend
Yeah.
time, together to build that kind of environment. So FISAB provide a lot of opportunity for members in terms of their personal, also in terms of their cultural and other activities. Also, you will be able to extend your culture, to exchange your culture
Exactly.
and
Yeah. Like
tradition with other people and your ideas as well. So there are many
yeah.
things that you can get it from FISAB, especially being in feasible environment. It is kind of we are learning some culture, and
Exactly.
imagine that you will be traveling and working in some other country. You already know the culture of that country, the tradition and
Yeah.
everything. So when you go there, it is like normal for you. You won't feel that type of cultural shock and other kind of things. So yeah, a lot
Exactly.
of things that feasible member can get.
Yeah, that's so true. And the opportunity, like FISAB provide arranging, organizing workshops whereby it's approved by FISAB and ICCR. So it's a plus for the members and the participants as well. Not it's not only based for the members only, right? It's open to all when having workshops.
Is true. Whoever attend the event,
Yeah,
most of the time our workshop will be open for all the international students. But if it requires,
yeah,
sometimes we used to have a special kind of workshop and seminars, and conferences for our own members where they will be able to develop that type of leadership skills and also time management, a lot of things. Because being in FISA as a member, you are a leader representing your country, representing yourself and representing your family, a lot of things. So being there, you learn a lot of things, especially like, leadership skills.
yeah,
You might not be having any type of leadership skills, but the moment you join FISAB, you can learn all that things. And also you can learn how to manage your time. because the way we function is just like kind of a government system or as an organization system, where we have time, we have everything, we have constitution, all this kind of discipline that you will learn it in Fisa B, and the moment you leave Fisa B, that you working in, with any other organization or association, you would be able to, to cope up with it because you already, experience such a kind of thing.
That,
So it won't be new for you.
yeah, it's already shaping us by giving us like small task itself, but like it's shaping us to become better personality. And that is true. Like Fisa B has helped a lot. Like being here in India itself, you can learn about, like you said, 50 countries itself just by being here in
So
Bangalore and getting to know so much.
that's absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just by here, we get to know about so many different countries, their culture, and that is very much amazing.
Yeah, absolutely right. And not only that, sometimes we used to have, kind of activities along with the other Fisa B branches, because Fisa Bangalore considered to be the main branch for other Fisas because this is the main branch and it was founded, the old organization that founded in 1996. And then after that, followed by other branches like Fisa, Mysore, Chennai, and all.
Yeah,
So when we organize event, we used to invite them to come and attend our programs, and at the same time, they used to do the same type of things. When they organize program, they used to invite us and go and attend their events. So it
yeah,
is kind of exchange, the programs and all these things. So it is kind of a great opportunity for all the Visas association or branches where we can interact together and share our common purpose.
yeah. Let's make it happen to have Fisa in the entire India, and that will be great.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's look forward.
That the vision and the mission of all of us, and especially the founder,
Exactly.
and that dream could be into reality very soon.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Definitely, definitely.
So recently I heard that
Yeah.
we have started a French classes, also known as Alliance Française, in Bangalore. Can you
Uh-huh.
talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely right. Uh, First of all, I would like to congratulate my team. I would like also to appreciate the work that they have done so far.
Yeah,
This dream is, it's been like for more than 5, 7 years, the former and the previous regimes, they were trying to conduct such a kind of events or courses, but due to maybe some circumstances and other unavoidable reasons and factors, they were not able to organize that type of classes and course for international students.
yeah,
But this regime, luckily, we were able to organize French classes. We work very closely with Issue Inca, one of the supporting body for Fisa B,
yeah,
also AFB Bangalore, that is Alliance France D Bangalore, and it is an international organizations where they used to offer French language, and also they used to exchange their cultures, with other countries. Uh, so they used to organize classes here in Bangalore, and it is used to be offline and online as well. Uh,
okay,
you know, the thing that we have been able to do is that we were able uh, to give this privilege to international students because they deserve. So we organize a course which is duration of 60 hours for
okay,
all the international students.
yeah,
Uh, some of them they have registered because they know the value of this course. They have taken the opportunity, they have taken that privilege, and they enrolled themselves, and now they are studying. I think started in last week,
okay,
and they will be able to receive a certificate from French Ministry of National Education. That type of certificate they will get, and at the end of the course they will be able to communicate simply but effectively with day-to-day situations by using French language. So that's the credit goes to all the teams member. They have done amazing in terms of promotions and also in terms of reaching out to the international student to ensure that they should get what they deserve. So the classes are still going on, and also we may have another batch. So in case there are some other students having interest to join this type of of classes, definitely they can reach us out, and we can definitely give them that opportunity and that privilege where they can be able to learn something new beyond their academic activities.
Okay, okay, that's great since it is well known internationally, and right now Fisa B is conducting it, and it is a great opportunity. I think everybody should jump in because, I mean, French, it is something to look forward to. And
Definitely, and it is one of the language that even I want to learn. I would like to learn French as well.
yeah,
And I think I'm one of the students as well among the other students, so I couldn't miss the opportunity, and I couldn't miss the fact that I should grab that type of opportunity and then be part of Alliance France de Bangalore.
how do you find it so far?
I must say it is going great, but obviously when you learn something new or learn new languages, definitely it's going to be hard initially, but at the end you will enjoy it and you feel proud that you have accomplished and achieved something that you always looking for it.
Great, great. Like you said, is it still possible for them to enroll in this same class, or should they wait for the next next class?
This class is already started, and I think they have, if they are willing to join, they would be missing a lot of lesson that being taught to other students. They might not be able to catch with the current batch, but definitely if they have a large number, they can still continue with new batch, and they can start fresh, because anytime that you have a batch more than 15 students, they can definitely start. So looking forward to see the others students interest in terms of having this type of types of classes.
Okay, okay, okay. That's great. That's great. So, like, it's gonna be like if any student is interested, is it gonna be posted on the FISAB page for their next class?
uh, yeah, definitely we can always share, not only in terms of French language, but also whenever we used to have
Yeah.
any kind of webinar workshop and all these activities, we used to post it on our social media, and we used to give the opportunity for
Okay.
international students,
That's
because our aim is to help them in terms of their growth and development. So definitely they can get the information, and yet they can call us, they can reach us anytime. Our contact numbers are available on all the social medias. They can reach us, and definitely we can provide them the information that they are looking for.
okay. Okay. That's very great. That's great. So,
Yeah.
moving on to my next question. Like we know, FISAB always they organize aid for international students. What about this year? Why it was not organized?
Uh, yeah, so the fact is that last year when the pandemic hit all of us, all of us were wondering, and we faced a lot of, difficulties and challenge in terms of,
Yeah,
especially in terms of receiving uh, the transactions, or in terms of receiving our money or financial support from our families.
yeah,
We couldn't be able to go out, and there were a lot of difficulties that students they face it here in India. So the idea came from the previous team, and especially from the welfare team. And it was under the leadership of Katrina and Javin. We were able to reach out to the international students and then give them the basic necessities and things that they were needing. So the idea of organizing that visa aid was to support the international students, because they were not able to receive their money from home. But in this second wave, uh, what we saw is that most of the people, they were able to receive their money, because the Western unions and all these offices, they were working. I think up to 10 or up to 12 p.m. they were working. So the students, they were able to get their finance, they were able to receive their money. Yet
yeah,
there are some students that they reach us out, but we help them in terms of personal level, not in organization levels, because there were very few. And then we sort of like just helping them in terms of personal level, and we didn't involve Visa B in it, but just like whatever we could do, we have done it personally, in terms of personal level. But though if there is any student that is still we trying to find help or something like that, definitely they can reach us out and we can do for them whatever we are able to do. Because even the last regime, since Fisa B is non-profit organization, we just have done it by contribution of Fisa B members. We are able to collect some type of amount from the office bearer and also from members, just who are able to contribute something, and then we bought basic necessities and other kind of stuff, and we have given to them. And even we reached some people that they were outside the city of Bangalore, like some people even they were in Delhi and other places, we were able to reach them. Even now, we can still do the same. It is not only that Fisa B didn't organize it in this year, but the fact is that, we didn't get people asking, for such a type of help.
Okay, okay. Yeah, especially during this pandemic, it's pretty much difficult as well for everybody.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. It is hard time, especially when you live abroad and living away from family.
Exactly.
You will be bored at home, and at the same time, you might not be able to receive your expenses and all these things. All that matter, and because our aim here in India, our aim as Visa is to make sure about the well-being of our international students. That is the main objective of this association is to be as a guardian for all international students, also to support them in terms of their needs, in terms of their well-being. That's what we used to do. And also not only in terms of visa ed, but also we used to assess them in terms of their visa processes and many other things that visa be used to offer for other international students.
Like from scratch, and it's not only based for students in Bangalore. It's any international student who's trying to reach out for help.
Definitely. But our main focus is for international students here in Bangalore because we have other branches in other cities.
Yeah,
If they are unable to help them, then definitely, they can reach us out and we can help them in the same way. But for example, if there's any student who is, studying in Mysore and then they ask for help, we'll try
yeah.
to inform them about Visa Mysore. We'll direct them there and we'll connect them with Visa Mysore. If Visa Mysore is unable to help, then definitely, Visa Bangalore will help. So we used to work in that way.
All working as one team trying to help.
Definitely. That is our objective and main mission as well.
Yeah, yeah. So now we know there is a tension going on between all the students. When are the university going to conduct exams? Can you talk with?
That is
Yeah,
it is true. That is one of the main question that being asked, and I'm a student as well.
yeah,
So I used to ask sometimes the same question to the higher authorities about the exam because, as you said, it is tension, and then being in studying online, and for example, imagine you are from the first semester, then you will be moved to the second semester, yet you will be having a back papers that you haven't even done the exam.
yeah.
You might be wondering when I'm going to write exams and all these things. So this type of questions like being asked a lot, and I used to ask also as well. So far, the government didn't give any kind of notification or guidelines for the university to conduct the exams. Yet some universities they have announced, fees notification for exams, and they started collecting.
Mhm.
But what I have come to know is that some of the exams they could start from the first and second week of August, and other exams will follow up. So the exam you can expect it from first and second week of August. As universities they started collecting the fees, examination fees, and all these things. Because I also have reached out to the concerned people and I asked them about the exams. They said that the possibility of exams would be from the first or second week of August. So students they can start preparing because the exam is going to be offline, and that's the main reason why they have given the priority for universities to have their vaccine drive,
Mhm.
so that they can start the offline classes and also they can start having exams and all these things on time.
Exactly, exactly. So that leaves us up to 3 weeks only.
3 weeks for preparation, and we can do great if we focus about what we are looking for it exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all the best. And
Thank you for all the international students. We wish them all the best.
Yeah,
and let them, try to focus now on their academic side because
ex-
exam can be anytime soon. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So, what is the duration of this current regime of FISAB?
Yeah, so we have taken this office on the month of January. It was 10th of January,
Yeah,
and we're supposed to end it up, by the month of August or maybe September, because that how the Constitution said that the duration of regime is 1 year,
yeah,
and we thought that the second wave might not come, and then we could finish all the events and programs on time, and then we can hand over the Fisa B to the next regime. Yet we have got another wave, and we couldn't be able to organize a lot of events. Because of
exactly.
that, the regime could go on the same way that it has been last year, where
Yeah,
we might continue up to the end of December, and then after that we can go ahead with election. But feasibility duration is 1 year usually.
yeah.
Before the pandemic, we used to start election by the month of August, and then we used to end it in the same time, August end.
Okay, okay, okay. So, like, basically, what has this specific regime achieved so far? Like being the member
Mhm.
and yeah,
Great. Yeah. So that the question that also a lot of people that have been asking, like, how you guys used to manage during this pandemic, what you
yeah,
have done so far, what all the challenge that you are facing. So all these questions being asked from international students and from other people as well. Since we started the regime, now it is about 7 months, 6 months exactly.
yeah,
So what we have achieved so far is we are able to have a first trip with the members and some few other international students
yeah,
to places like Gokarna and some other nearby places for 4 days trip.
yeah,
The aim of that was to connect with each other and to know our abilities, and also to have that type of family atmosphere.
ex-
So we enjoyed that trip, and for 4 days. Apart from that, we have organized Visa Ed, and that is one of the events that Visa B usually used to do for the orphans. And basically, we used to offer them some basic necessities and other stuff that they needed. We have spent a day with them, and we interacted with them, and we had fun. They have enjoyed our presence over there with them. So
yeah,
that also the second thing that we have done. Apart from that, we have organized gala night, which is informal get together for all the international students here in Bangalore, along with other Indian as well. They used to attend our events. So it was also in the months of March, and we enjoyed having it. And then apart from that, pandemic or the second wave again hit us, and then we're able to organize some few programs virtually
yeah,
or online, and in terms of academic activities, that in terms of like what I can say in terms of mental health issues. And also we have organized like Environment Day and some other activities that we have organized it virtually, some workshop and all these activities that we used to do it. Because,
yeah,
being in the mid of the pandemic, just we shouldn't wait for the situation to get better, and then after that we should start over again. I think somehow we have to adapt to the new normal and move on, because it is a time of technology and it is time of using internet. So definitely we can always connect with our students and other people um, through online platform or other media that we are having.
exactly. That's such an informating information. Like to say, FISAB is not only based for international students, but it's for anybody who wants help. And FISAB is always there to welcome with open hearts,
True,
hands. Sorry, with open
true.
hands.
That's true. True.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's very good to know about it. So, like one of the main question, why
Mhm.
FISAB does not involve in politics or any religious issues based happening.
Mhm. Uh, so for people to understand that why feasibility doesn't involve in politics and some other issues like religious issues and all these things,
Mhm.
uh, that we got to go back to the main objective of feasibility.
Yeah,
First of all, I did mention that feasibility is non-profit and it is non-political organization. which means it is very clear. Our objective is to unite the international student together, to bring
Exactly.
them under one umbrella, where they can showcase their culture and talents, and all this kind of other things apart from politics and religious issues. Uh, Politics and religious issues, they are very sensitive matters, and involving organizations, uh, in terms of Fisa B is very difficult and very sensitive. Why is that? Is because, as I said, since they are very sensitive matters, we cannot put Fisa B there because we are having different cultures,
Yeah.
backgrounds, and also we have different religions, politics, and all these things.
Exactly.
For example, the way I think about politics and the way you think about the politics is totally different.
Yeah.
And we are here in India. We are not in any other country.
Yeah.
We got to respect also the law of the land. We
Exactly.
have to follow that. And it just doesn't serve our purpose because our purpose is to unite the international student together, not to divide them.
Yeah.
Also, we have to always uh, think about whatever we face in terms of our purpose and also in terms of our missions, not in terms of our emotions and feelings, because this politics and this religious is most of the time, it is about emotion and feelings, and we cannot put organization in
Exactly.
it because it just doesn't make sense to put vis-a-vis in there. But still, we can condemn the whatever happened, the incident that in a personal level, but not in organization level.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it is a very sensitive topic, like you said. And FISABI main motto is unity, unity in diversity.
Unity in diversity, and also, like one world, one host. So it just doesn't serve our purpose to
That,
involve in politics and other activities that is happening around us.
yeah, just like this quote goes, united we stand, divided we fall.
Sure. We
Yeah,
are still united.
exactly. Needs to. So, looking at to the current situation, like the global pandemic, is FISABI going to organize any vaccine drive for international students?
Uh, yeah, this is, as I said, we are always looking for the well-being of our international students, fellow international students, and vaccine has become something that very important for all the people or all the citizens around the world. Uh, it is important that everybody should get vaccinated, and then we can get back to normal. But
Yeah,
looking at the current scenario, because feasibly, whenever we want to organize something, we should organize something that meaningful, not just for the sake of organizing it.
yeah,
What happened is so far, most of the students are able to get themselves vaccinated through their universities or institutions.
yeah,
Because also, even though I'm the president, but I have get myself vaccinated through my college because they were organizing vaccine drive for the student in the campus. So I was able to get myself vaccinated. Uh, but also, since that is one of our objectives, I'm working with that very closely with some institution
yeah,
to see the possibility of organizing this vaccine drive. But first of all, we want to know that how many students that they won't be able to get themselves vaccinated, and then after that we can organize it. But definitely we can see that might happen in upcoming week, probably before the end of this month. We can have definitely a drive for that they can move freely. Because what I have realized is that without getting the certificate for vaccination, you might not be able to write exams. Also, you might not be able to travel any way, across the country, and also to go
yeah,
back even to your country, you might need to have, vaccine certificate.
exactly. So, like, is FISABI planning to provide only the first dose or second dose as well?
Uh, will it depend on the situations? Definitely, we can provide both of them. It depends on the needs of international students. We can give and provide the both doses for all the international students.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So, like we all know, FISABI main events are International Student Day. So, is FISABI planning to have FISABI ball anytime sooner?
Yeah, so there are some main events for Fisa B, like the International Student Day and Fisa Ball. These are the
Yeah,
main events, along with some other events that we used to organize in each and every regime. But looking at the
yeah,
current situation, we are not able to organize it on time. And for example, FISA or ISD, that is International Student Day, is supposed to happen on the month of February end.
yeah,
But because of the pandemic, because of all these issues, we couldn't organize it. Because, looking at ISD, we used to organize even in large capacity, and that is sometimes more than 2,000 audiences. And looking at the current situation is very difficult to
yeah,
have even in that capacity. So we sort of pushing the event for some times, and then we'll see. But definitely we'll be organizing ISD. We'll see if the situation is not getting better. We can have it in very low capacity. If the situation is getting better and improving, then definitely we can have it in the way that it used to be, where we can have all the international students together, and we can have a great day. Knowing about our culture, about our traditions, and also the ways of life, and just basically how we live. So we can have the event. We can definitely have the event. For feasible, since it is sport activities and we used to organize it in college and in institutions, now
yeah,
all the institutions and college are closed. Maybe only the department of the management or the management department, they are functioning. But in terms of organizing events in college and in institution, it is not possible. But as soon as the college and institution reopen, then we can approach them and we'll see if there is any possibility for us to organize event in the campus. We can go ahead with that. But always we are ready from our side. We know that as FISAB, we are ready to organize any event, anytime, anywhere. We used to be ready. So just we hope that the situation will get better and then we can get back to the normal.
exactly, exactly. And it also depends on the government guidelines as well.
True.
Yeah,
That's absolutely right.
yeah. So moving on, the question everybody has been waiting for, um,
Mhm.
is graduation going to happen this year?
Uh, this is, not only during the pandemic, but even, during the normal time.
Yeah,
People, they eager to know about FISA graduations because the way FISA conduct the graduation is, I don't think so. It is available anywhere,
yeah,
especially here in India. This type of question, a lot of people they used to ask, and especially during this pandemic. Now, whenever I check my social media account, I used to find questions related to graduation, whether the FISA is, willing to
yeah,
organize graduation or not. But we have to understand the fact that we're still in the pandemic
yeah,
and organizing events are a little bit tough. But yet, uh, our aim as FISA that, as I said, we need to do something that for international students, something that they deserve. Spending 4 years or maybe 3 years or more than that in India,
yeah,
getting graduates and going back home without enjoying such a kind of event, I think it doesn't serve,
yeah,
the international student, and especially being here in this pandemic, having online classes and all these things, and you won't graduate, it doesn't look good. So for that, I sort of like let me try and as a team we can try our best and organize graduation for the international student and give them that privilege because they deserve.
exactly.
Is spending 4 or 5 years abroad and then not graduating is something impossible for a lot of people. Uh, so I tried my best along with my team, and then we reached to some few hotels
Yeah,
because we have also connections with many hotels. There is a possibility for us to organize feasible graduations.
yeah,
Uh, right now, the hotels are functioning, but even that they are organizing it in very low capacity, and that is around 100 to 150 of people that they can attend the event.
yeah,
Looking at feasible graduation, we used to organize in a capacity of more than 5 to 800, and that is right now in this month might not be possible. But I have approached some hotels and also asked them about the government guidelines, rules, and regulation. I was able to know that guidelines are being every time updated, so they are expecting a fresh guidelines by upcoming week. Probably
yeah,
the government will increase the number for them. So after that, we can decide. But probably graduation will happen in the months of September. Could be in the September, or maybe this August end, or maybe September first week. In that time, if the situation is going well, uh, then also might not be in the way that it used to be. We might reduce the number a little bit,
Yeah.
so we can give maybe chances for some people, but we might not be able to have everybody because you have to consider uh, every and each factor related to COVID or related to pandemic. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, answering to your question, feasible graduation is going to happen,
Yeah.
and a student can expect it in the months of August into or maybe September.
Okay, okay. Like it's the moment everybody has been waiting for it because Fisabi is also known for the graduation and how we
Definitely.
celebrate it in a grand way as well.
Mhm.
And
Definitely, because since the student, this is the only event that we used to organize, and then we used to ask the student to pay. Because since we are not organized in a normal or usual place, we used to organize it in places like hotels and other resources and all these things. So because of that, we have to pay for it. And since the students are paying for that, they deserve to have something grand where they will feel it, where they will enjoy that moment, and it should be something that remarkable for all of them for their lifetime.
exactly, exactly. But is there like there'll be much more restrictions because of the pandemic and limited seats as well?
Yeah, so first of all, definitely the seats are going to be limited. Even last year, we couldn't organize the full capacity. We were only to organize in terms of uh, 300 graduates or less than that plus guests, which means
Yeah,
overall less than 500. And that even the situation was a bit better because it was in the months of October. So looking at the current scenario, we might produce the number. We might not be able to have the full seats, but definitely it's going to happen. And looking at the restriction, definitely, because our safety and the international student safety is very important for all of us and for their families as well. Because even a student, they used to bring their families from back home to attend the events. We have to make sure that they are safe, and the event that we organize it should be something that grand, and at the same time should be having safety for all of the attendees. So we might consider the vaccination certificate. Definitely, we can ask for that
yeah,
because even the institution and the other government sectors that have been asking about the certificate. So most probably, if a student is going to graduate or the guest, they should provide us a vaccine certificate. After that, we can go ahead with that because at the same time, hotel might demand
yeah.
that as well.
Exactly. And this year, as you said, Fisabi is marking 25 years. So it's going to be the first event for this regime as well. Big, grand.
Uh, yeah, that's right, and we are planning also to bring high-profile people as dignitaries to our events. So also we shouldn't put their lives at risk. So for that, we have to make sure that the event that we organize it should be up to the standard of feasibility, because also we have set a bar, and then we shouldn't be below that. Always we used to aim high. So for that, since we are bringing a lot of high profile people, dignitaries like ambassadors and all to attend our events, we have to make sure that they are safe, and the event should be up to standard of feasibility.
Exactly, exactly. So, people, viewers, please get ready for the graduation ceremony.
True. They
Yeah,
can expect notification from our site very soon in terms of the online registration. Because what it used to happen is for feasibility graduation, there are two processes. One of them is online registration, where everybody can register online. And
yeah,
the other one is that is physical registration, where you will be able to show your mass cards, your documents, and all these things, and where the payment used to happen. And then after that, you will be officially graduating with Fisa B. So people should get ready for that, and then definitely we will update them very soon. We'll give them a notification in terms of the online registration.
okay. And it's not only for international students, it's open to all who wants to celebrate the graduation in a grand way.
It is true, but we give the privilege first of all to our international students, and
Yeah,
then after that, if there is any, since the seats are limited, we have to give the priority for these people who deserve the privilege for these people who deserve. But
yeah.
definitely, we can consider other nationalities like Indian, mainly Indian. We can consider them as well, and then they can graduate with us. because India is one of the countries that, among other countries in Fisa B as well. Uh, that's why we are one world, one host. We are the world, and they are the host. So definitely, we have to consider that, and we have to give them, we have to give them the opportunity as well.
Exactly, exactly. That's true. But like we all know that graduation is one of the last event of FISAB. Will that mark the beginning of the next regime after September?
Uh, See, like graduation, as you said, it used to happen at the last, and then after that there is election.
Yeah,
But considering the current scenario and the demand that the student they have asked, because the main question that everybody's asking, I need to graduate is feasible. That's what they have been asking.
yeah,
Most of them they forget about the other activities like feasible and ISD, and they're looking straight forward to have graduation. So we have to answer that demand. We have to give them what they demand. For that, we are trying to organize graduation. And after graduation, we might go back for some other events if we have time. We can go back for feasible, and we can go back for ISD as well. But definitely, graduation is not the it's not going to mark the end of the regime because
yeah.
we still have some time, and we might consider some other events as well.
Okay, okay. So when is the next election and regime gonna start?
Yeah, so first of all, the aim of conducting election is to have fresh blood to the regime.
Yeah,
Because most of the time, I can say 80% or maybe 70% of the members, they will be graduating and they will be going back home. So the aim of conducting election is to have fresh blood, to have new ideas to the team and to the regime and to FISAB as well, because that what kept FISAB going for more than 25 years. So for that, we have to consider the academic calendar. We have also to see the availability and the arrival of new students to India, especially to Bangalore. And
yeah,
after that, we can consider on how we can conduct election, because we cannot conduct election and then at the same time we don't have the availability of new students to join FISAB and then to have that kind of fresh ideas. So by election could happen if the academic calendar, if the university's calendar is it's not going to change, which means we can have the graduation. I mean, the election maybe in the months of December end or most probably maybe in January.
okay, okay. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So, like we all know, this is a pandemic, global pandemic. So, how are you spending your time, and what is your advice to international students as well to cope with this
Uh,
situation?
yeah. So first of all, I know that this uncertainty might cause a lot of damage, a lot of mental issues for a lot of, I think, for all of us in terms of the way we spend our days and all these things. So it is a problem for all of us,
Yeah,
and we have to be resilient for this situation in order to continue our life, because we have to consider the fact that this pandemic become part of our life, and we have to survive with it, because everywhere, wherever you go, you have to meet with this uncertainty. So for that, a person should be resilient and should be able to cope up with it. And how you will do that is by implementing some few activities, because I know that now we have free time, because I know most of the students, even though they are attending online classes, but yet they feel that they still have free time. So it depends on the person's passions and also the hope that the person is having, because a lot of people, they're having different hobbies and passions. For
exactly.
that, a person can consider that if you are good in dancing, or if you are willing to be as a dancer, you can start learning, because we are lucky to be in a time of technology and internet. This generation is lucky. Imagine this pandemic without internet, without technology, it could be something else. But we are lucky to have internet, to have the access to the internet, where we can learn anything that we are willing to. You can learn each and everything online, through online, because they are providing all these things. So you can learn, for example, if you are good in dance and all these activities, you can learn it. You can learn new language. Right now, I'm trying to learn new language. And also at the same time, you can teach, the thing. You can write journal, and also you can write a book, or you can read books. And some students are, willing to watch movies and maybe spending time with their friends. And there are some other apps where you can have maybe some conferences and some seminar, webinar. You can attend all these things. But the main thing is that you have to make sure that you are safe, because you are responsible about your safety first of all. Being abroad, you have to be responsible about your safety, and after that, look for other things that to learn. But there are many things that you can do it. As I said, you can learn new language, you can have new hobby, you can learn, like maybe dance and all these other activities. So for me, especially, personally, I developed the habit of reading, and I used to read sometimes, and at the same time also I'm teaching new language, and also I'm learning new language. So you can do such a kind of activities where you can spend your time effectively, but not just for the sake of wasting it.
Yeah, that's great
Yeah.
because lots of people have been suffering from little depression and anxiety because of this pandemic. And like you said, you are teaching new language as well.
I'm trying to teach, and at the same time, I'm trying to learn as well, because that's what I'm trying to do it, and spend my free time, and learning some new things through online, through YouTube, and all these things, because everything is being available. Learning never close. Maybe the institution and all are closed, but learning will never be closed. Always, you can have access to anything that you are willing to have it.
Exactly. Exactly. And like dancing, cooking, all these part, it's more like getting to learn new steps, keeping fit in the same at the same time. And like we know also Fisabi has so much talent.
Mhm. It's true, and especially if you look at Fisa B members,
Yeah,
we got a lot of people who are talented in by nature, I can say. We
yeah,
got some people this who wrote even a books. I have some of my members, like Mr. Diwash, he wrote a book recently, and Mr. Sandish as well. They
yeah,
were able to write books, and these books are available even in Amazon right now. And you can even follow their page, and maybe you can get more information even about these books, and then you can get it. Apart from that, also you have other talented people in terms of dancing and in terms of singing. If you have seen in Gala Night, we have a lot of FISA members perform different types of activities in terms of dance, in terms of singing, and all these things. So FISA you can learn a lot of things, not only in terms of getting some skills or maybe leadership skills, but also you can learn new things, new hobbies. Even for me, for the first time being on stage, it was Gala Night, where I have been able to dance a bit, even though the step was not coordinated. But still I tried my best, and then I had to dance a little bit. So yeah, so for that you can learn still a lot of things, because this is the only platform where you can learn, you can make a mistake, but nobody even maybe hold you accountable, because here we provide you the platform to showcase whatever you have.
exactly, exactly. That's so true. So we have come to an end, and my last question for you today is, what is your advice to the next regime?
Um, yeah, so for the next regime, first of all, they have to consider that uh, Fisa B is not only for 1 year, Fisa B is not only for one regime.
Yeah,
The aim of Fisa B is high, which means it has to continue. And even if I have mentioned that, our aim is to have Fisa India, which means if it happened for you to be as a leader or as a president, not only as the president, I consider whoever in Fisa B he's a leader, because being in Fisa B, you are representing your country, you are also representing yourself, so you are a leader.
yeah,
So you have to keep in mind that Fisa B is not only for one term, but for the future as well. That's how Fisa B has been existed for more than 25 years, because of the commitment of its members, also because of the purpose that we are having, because of our missions. So if it happened that to be elected as a president, make sure that always put feasibility first, uh, above your personal interests.
yeah,
Feasibility should be number one, and then after that you can consider some other factors. uh, Also, you know, we are still in pandemic, and feasibility might get affected by certain type of things in terms of organizing events and all, but always as a leader you have to find a way and keep the team, keep the regime moving forward. They can try and organize different type of activities, because I believe that now we are living in the times of, you know, of technology and internet. So whatever you want, we can organize it. Even I have seen a lot of, you know, in a lot of platform, they were able to organize such a kind of, you know, online singing competition, online dancing competition. Many things are happening. So, you know, you don't have to think that uh, since we are in pandemic, we might not be able to organize anything. You got to keep the team moving forward. And I'm sure
Yeah,
every NHCF is abused to provide and to produce a lot of leaders. Looking at the current and, you know, the previous regimes, you got a lot of leaders. A lot of, most of them, they were able to even start their own business. You know, seeing people like Mubarak was able to, you know, to start his business. He was just normal FISA member, but he developed himself. He was able to be as the leader that everybody talk about him. He has his own business. Same thing goes to Mr. Sugur, Lionel, and going back as well to like former president Mr. Babukar. A lot of people, you know, they were able to develop a lot of things because of FISA. So you know, being there for next regime, you have to utilize the opportunity and show your real leadership skills, also your real commitment toward the Society of International Students.
exactly, exactly. And shaping each one of its members. It's not, it's everyone has a particular role to play in FISB. And
Yes, it is true.
yeah,
It is true, because in Finsbury we do, yes, we have office bearer and we have executive members,
yeah,
but at the same time we have that family atmosphere where you don't even feel like you as a member. You know, we used to involve our members in every and each things. Whatever decision we used to take it as a team. Because I believe that whenever, you know, you have certain thing that you want to implement it, your members should be with you on the same board, and then definitely will be able to move forward.
exactly. We all work as a team, rather, all work hand in hand together. And that is one thing we learned from you, you being the leader
Mm.
of the breed itself, and a great example that everybody looks up on to. Yeah,
I appreciate that, but Feasible is a platform of learning. I think all of us, we used to learn from each other. And joining Feasible, I didn't know anything, but maybe while I'll be leaving, I'll be knowing a lot of things. So that the kind of platform that Feasible provided for me, and I was ready to take it, and I think I have taken it, and then I was able to develop a few things about myself, and I will be ready as well to serve people, not only during my presence here in India or in Bangalore, but even if I travel, definitely I'll be, you know, ready to help Fisa and to help the next generations and regime as well.
exactly, exactly. That's so true. And it was a great opportunity for me to share this platform with you. With this, we come to an end of our live session, and we'll be looking upon if any of our viewers having some questions.
Yeah, definitely. If there are any questions, I would be happy to answer. We can see in the chat book if there is any question. Definitely, we can ask. The platform is yours. If you have any question, go ahead. I will be happy to answer for your question.
Yeah.
I only saw some people are saying that they are willing to teach me to dance in upcoming ISD. Let's see. Definitely, I can try and be on stage once again.
Yeah,
Because also, as you know, a lot of people, they used to say that I have to lead by example and then I have to dance. Even though I'm not good dancer, I don't know how to dance, but in feasibility you can do whatever you want to do, because nobody is going to hold you accountable. So yeah, I don't want to regret after leaving feasibility that I never danced on a stage. So if there is any good teacher that willing to teach me how to dance, you are welcome, and I'm ready to take the first step.
I can already see that you already got two teachers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah,
Really?
but I cannot compete. I don't want to compete, but just for fun, maybe I'll just dance for fun. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's all about um, leaving the fear behind.
it's true. Absolutely true. And that what I have seen on Gala Night. I was
Exactly.
able to leave that fear behind and catch some few steps, and I was able to dance a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the time is for you. For all of you, if you have any question, anything, definitely you can drop it on the chat book, and I'll answer that before I leave.
Yes, yes, please.
I believe we don't have any question.
Yes, yes. So to this we come an end. Yes, and it
Yeah.
was
So
talking to you here. Yes,
thank you so much for this session, and I hope that I was able to give some insights for all the international students regarding to their concerns in terms of graduations, in terms of ISD, in terms of feasible, and also in terms of vaccine drive, and in terms of exams and some other concern. Yet, if still people having questions, they can always reach us out through our email that is provided in our social media platform, and also through the contact numbers. You can reach us anytime. Definitely, we'll be happy to answer your doubt, to answer your questions. And I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for having me, and looking forward to see all of you in a normal and usual situation, maybe in terms of ISD or any other event that Fisa B can organize. So with that, I would like to end this session, and I'd like to appreciate also your help during this session. I hope that I have been as a light guest for you and for your, viewers, and for your people. I hope that I have been light, and with that, I would like to end, and looking forward to see all of you very soon.
yes. Be ready for graduation. All the viewers, everybody, inform everybody. We're really looking forward to have everybody on board. And thank you
Definitely.
so much.
Thank you
Good
so
night,
much,
everybody.
and see you. Good night.
Yes, good night.